Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And believe it or not, there are people that are still mad about Ghostbusters 2016. Especially now with the election. They're dredging up the drama around Ghostbusters 2016. They're dredging up the drama around the angry video game nerd refusing to watch the movie. We're talking over 8 years ago. Refusing to watch the movie because he was a fan of the original and he didn't want to see a reboot. That's it.
Yeah, well, which I have mentioned many times. They said about, oh man, he didn't want the women. And it's like, no, the number one complaint at the time that I saw over and over and over again, I've mentioned this repeatedly, was people didn't think we needed another Ghostbusters movie. They didn't want to see it rebooted poorly. It had nothing to do with gender. It was all about that. And they kept stepping over that. And now they're trying to dig it up again because of the election.
Yeah, so there's a lot of blame going around. I mean, we've got people blaming minorities now. We got people blaming,
But this is the weirdest, one of the weirdest ones.
Moderate Democrats. And now, what they're doing now is they're like, it's all connected. It's the internet chud culture, and it started with the angry video game nerd in 2016. And I'm like, I am waiting for Rewriting Ripley to put out a 95-page crazy-ass manifesto talking about how...
They usually write some long, crazy-ass bullshit.
Talking about how Disney Star Wars haters somehow got Trump back into the White House because they're that insane they totally would do it. But let's talk about this because, you want to talk about living rent-free in someone's head. They're blaming Gamergate, too.
Because they keep trying to make it. They keep trying to make it happen again.
Chud culture.
Shocker.
You do realize that a lot of people that voted red this time were not white males. That most of them probably not even into pop culture because a lot of conservatives really don't like pop culture that much. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're going to talk about it before we get into it. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Please go out to Clownfish Minus. Check out our merch. Check out our paywalled content. Help support the channel. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for the support. So for those of you who don't know the whole story behind the angry video game nerd, this is another one of these major culture war dust-ups, I think, that kicked off the current climate right now, where first it was Gamergate, and then it was Ghostbusters 2016, and he became the target of so many media outlets just because he said, you know what, I have no interest in watching this movie because it's a reboot, and good luck with that, and whatever. But it wasn't like, and the women, I just don't like women. Women suck. That is not what happened.
No. That's what most people did. Like I said, I remember there was big debates, and I was there, and the majority of people, the most popular comment that I was seeing over and over again was, I just don't think we need another Ghostbusters film. It was why they didn't want it. That was it. It had nothing to do with gender. But they keep trying to double down that it's because, and then you put out a shitty movie that was about really stupid. I mean, it was just really a stupid movie. And then you double, triple down that 2016 mentality, and it did terrible. And as a woman, I was even like, what the hell is this? Yeah. And then you're like, because it's men. No, it's because your movie sucked and they're not related.
Yeah, everybody's forgotten about this movie except for these people who, honest to God, think that this and Gamergate and Star Wars Backlash, for some reason, this is why America voted, the general public, why they voted the way that they did.
That is how batshit these people are.
So this is a post that's going around from Twitter. First, disclaimer, I have to do this. Disclaimer, do not harass this person. But this is a public tweet and it's making the rounds. But people are saying that they need to leave James alone. The dude is so far away from fuckery culture and has never even dabbled in it. He has an opinion and the lunatics couldn't stand it.
Well, that's because he was a dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's dumb. This is how, it was always dumb. But we've come to new levels of stupidity where you're literally going to blame the election loss on that.
Yeah.
That's how bad, that's how ridiculous you are? Are you serious right now?
So the tweet that kicked it off, and again, this is salt over the election. Let's not pretend the angry video game nerd's hateful rhetoric and crude language wasn't responsible for corrupting a generation of young people. No, actually, he reflects Generation X very, very well, and that's why he was so popular. He was an early YouTuber. He did not corrupt anybody. In fact, most of the people that watched him at the time were like our age. Mm-hmm. because he was always talking about like old NES games and Genesis games and stuff. And he was very much just a typical 16-bit gamer, Gen X, and he resonated with people. Gen Z trying to cancel angry video game nerd. We got our buffaloes taking diarrhea dumps in your child's ears. Oh my God. This take stinks like the rotten asshole of roadkill skunk downed with beer.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous. I'm like, this is the Ute. The Utes have been corrupted, by everybody else. Like, no, it's just maybe just they don't like stupid movies and games. Just like everybody else, they just have something called taste.
Blaming it on shit pickle. What the actual fuck are you babbling about, you nincompoop? Old man yells at cloud. Absolute pussy broken by swear words from 20 years ago. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he was one of the first gaming YouTubers, right, to blow up. And I think he was actually doing content before YouTube, kind of like Rooster Teeth. So content that was made 20 years ago somehow influenced this week's election. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is what you call grasping at straws. But this brings up there with like that Crimson Mayhem, like blaming the election on like why cartoon shows got canceled. Yes and no, because here's the thing. This goes back to like the Acolyte and stuff, for example, because they're like, it's gotta be toxic. There's toxic chuds and they're vocal minority because the majority of people would totally like this show and agree with it because our echo chambers of farts say that everybody loves this stuff. But the reality was people didn't watch it because they across the board didn't like it. And then they act surprised. Same thing. No one liked it then either. No, and we tried to tell you. I don't get it. It was a shitty movie. It came and went, and they keep trying to like bring it back every once in a while. Like, hey, remember Ghostbusters? Like, people don't even remember the last 2 Ghostbusters movies, let alone 2016, right? I mean, there's so much water under the bridge. It reeks of desperation. I mean, you want to talk about people being corrupted by something that happened in the past. The people whose minds were broken and poisoned by Gamergate and Tumblr and Ghostbusters 2016 and The Last Jedi, those are the people who cannot let go of it. And actually, those people and their ridiculous overreaction to even mild criticism, I think, drove a lot of people in the opposite direction. Because they're like, damn, they really are fragile. You can't say anything about anything. It's been hilarious how they keep trying to bring back 2016 and Gamergate, and they keep doing it constantly. But now we've reached, peak idiocy, where the election was lost because it turned all these people against good shows because of Ghostbusters. Like, what? What? Oh my God. So there were people agreeing with them. We got this one. Okay, that's why. Not enough people are addressing this fact. Just yesterday, I heard a group of young men talking about how Kamala was a shitload of fuck. There's a sickness in society. Well, she was full of shit. I mean, there's that. Wait, so you're not allowed to say that now? But meanwhile, but these people, this person and their friends would probably would say Trump, and they talk about the use, and they talk about them being, all these names, and they'll call them names, and they'll use worse, verbiage and stuff to call them this stuff. But that's okay. But you can't say Kamala was what was she again? She was a shitload of fuck. A shitload of fuck. You can't say that. But they could say way, way worse about Trump, and that was okay. See, I mean, that's just the thing. That sounds like somebody's OnlyFans. If you've got that kink. Yeah, so the theme song. Now they're like, the AVGN song is fascist. He promises to take you back to the past. This echoes the sentiment of the German Nazi Party who promised to take Germany back to the past that never existed. Wait, what? Your brains are a shitload of fuck there, boy love extremists. This can't be a real person. This cannot be a real person. Let me get this. Wait. The song from his channel. Yes. Because it says it takes you promising back to the past is Nazi Germany. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. If it's not parody, you need to seek mental help because you clearly have something wrong in your head. It's true. What a shitload of fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can we not instead place the blame squarely at the feet of shitty games that suck ass? Now we have an entire generation of angry video game nerds. He didn't look. He was a product of our generation. I can tell you, I was an angry video game nerd too in real life. He just verbalized what we actually were all along. But here's the thing, though. if there wasn't an audience for it, if people didn't feel the same way, why would he have gotten the attention and the views and all that to begin with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I would argue, back to these idiots, these moronic hot takes, I would argue your insistence that this shit was good when everybody can see that it wasn't, and that your insistence that it was some political, racially, sexuality, gender motivated something when it clearly wasn't. And your insistence on that pushed everyone to go the other way.
Yes.
You did it, your own idiocy caused it.
God, this is ridiculous.
I can't even, because it's like Nazi Germany. Oh my God.
People said, yeah, he's a lib. Yeah, the libs were tearing him to shreds for not wanting to review Ghostbusters, but I think he actually is. I think he's a moderate. I think he's...
You're allowed to not review something if you don't... No. I mean, honestly, consider it a favor. So let me get this straight. I wouldn't review it because I have no interest in seeing it because it's not something I want to see, and I also am going to be biased against it, and that would be unfair, right? How dare you not review it? And I'm like, but why should he have to? And he obviously probably going to be biased against it.
Oh, okay. This is actually funny. Why are they Why are they throwing a parade for LJN? So for those of you who don't know, LJN was a toy company. They made really shitty video games, and they had a rainbow logo. Their games were so shitty that they went out of business. That is the joke. How did he have hateful rhetoric? You're going after an angry video game nerd, a guy who has never even come close to allowing politics in any of his content. Why? Because, let's look, he swears, oh my God, your virgin ears. Grow up, watch some 80s and 90s comedies like Caddyshack, National Lampoon's Vacation, or Friday.
I just can't wrap my head around it.
What a fucktard.
I'm just like, are we allowed to say that? I mean, if you're bad because you swear, oh, well, sweet cheeks.
You're not trying to cancel one of the few most consistently decent people on the platform.
They are, because they're just that. So basically what comes across like, I'm just going to be honest here. It comes across like there are people who, like you said, rent-free in their heads. They perceive a grudge against this person, and they're mad because they're not as big as them or whatever. And now they're trying to use this to leverage and try to get a hate mob against this person. It's kind of like what the Star Wars theory we saw with that, where they were trying to do that to him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. That's what it comes across as.
That's the thing. These people, right? Not only have you completely destroyed your own side because like nobody voted for you. Well, they did, but not in the numbers you needed. But you've actually pushed people to the other side because they're like, well, if you're going to call me a Nazi and a fascist,
well, that's it. Like
what
this person,
the fuck? Who cares?
That's exactly what happened. Because he didn't want to review this failure called 2016, Ghostbusters 2016. Awful take. There's clearly been a shift in this country, but that does not mean that anyone who curses and tries to be funny on camera led to the alt-right. Thank you.
God, we're going to see, I honestly think we're going to see a lot of this. I think it's going to be like the last gasp of these idiots that are trying to use
please, I hope to God. I'm so tired of hearing about Ghostbusters 2016. At the end of the day, Ghostbusters 2016 was not a very good movie. People didn't watch it. People didn't like it. Literally, they've stepped over it and moved on because it was such a polarizing disaster. Was it because of women? Possibly. But was it the reason the people didn't want to see it in the first place? No. But the movie was arguably bullshit. It was stupid.
It was a parody.
They really ham-fisted stuff. Yeah. If you told me it was like something that was made to be like a scary movie type situation, maybe. They have a fucking dance off with or they're trying to have the police dance. It's just really dumb. It's really dumb. I'm sorry. It's not very good. I am sorry. It is what it is. You cannot blame. I can't believe we're coming to a place where literally, oh my God, guys, we lost the election.
Yeah.
Because people were brainwashed by Ghostbusters 2016.
Ghostbusters 2016, his refusal to watch, it's one of the seals, right? So back in 2014, Gamergate started, and then 2016, the angry video game nerd refused to watch Ghostbusters 2016. That was the second seal. The final seal? The final seal was when Disney canceled The Acolyte, and that released Trump from hell, and he came back to rain terror upon the country. I hope you're fucking happy, you fucking bigots.
I can't. It's so funny because we laugh, but you know what? Some idiot. It's like that meme with the guy with all the strings and stuff, and someone's there like with a tinfoil hat.
Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for rewriting Ripley and her crazy ass. I mean, you want to talk about somebody that needs mental help? Like she was trying to like connect all these dots for all these YouTube channels to like all these like actual alt-right people, and how YouTube was playing along with it, and YouTube was part of it was some ridiculous bullshit over pop culture. These people's brains are completely fucking pickled, right? And it's time that the rest of the country figured it out. Like, You want to win again, Democrats? You got to get these crazy sons of bitches out of your party and
go back to normal. Go back to
normal.
being normal. But it's like, these people are just this batshit. And it's like, look, if you like Ghostbusters 2016, you know what? You're allowed to like it. Not a fan. Think it's a terrible movie. But if you like it, that's fine. You're allowed to like it. The problem isn't that you like it. The problem becomes when you make shit like this. Like, you're allowed to like it. That's fine. When you like it and then you start writing crap like this or trying to say that, Trump won because of this. And I'm like, then you're just like, you're going too far. You're going too far.
It's not going to end. It's not going to, they're going to be so salty for, and what's going to happen is all these pop culture blogs are going to collapse because of just the way that the algorithm is now. And then they're still going to be blaming people for shit that happened 10, 15 years ago. It's like, again, I was talking about Family Ties the other day. Ironically, Mallory, who sounds like Alex P. Keaton now, Justine Bateman, she's on a tear on Twitter. But like, the Keatons were complaining about Nixon well into the 1980s. And it's like, what the fuck? That was like how many years ago? Mm-hmm. Right? You look stupid. You crusty ass hippies. You look dumb complaining about Nixon from 10 years ago being the reason that the country was in the state it was in. And that's what's going to happen. Because of Gamergate 25 years ago, because of the angry video game nerd
just like
swearing.
Wouldn't watch a video and then or wouldn't watch the movie and then swore.
Fuck it.
What the yeah.
You're beyond parody at this point. Whatever. You're at this point, these people are irrelevant. They know they're irrelevant, so they're trying to glom on to shit that got them attention years ago, and it's not working. We got to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Join the reef. Go to clownfishminus.com. That's clownfishminus.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfishminus.com. Thank you so much for the support.